Your baby reads your body before your words. Your baby reads your body before your words. Before your baby understands the words, "I love you," they may already recognize something else. The sound of you coming down the hallway, the way your face changes when you see them, the feeling of your hands when you lift them from the crib, and maybe most importantly, what happens after a hard moment, whether you come back. This is not about becoming a perfect parent. It is about understanding something gentle, but powerful. Your baby may feel love first as safety, as warmth, as rhythm, as someone returning again and again. And once you see that, so many ordinary moments stop feeling ordinary. The moment you walk into the room, the moment you slow your hand before lifting them, the moment you lower your voice, even when you are tired, the moment you notice they have had enough, the moment you come back after missing the signal, those moments may not look dramatic from the outside, but to your baby's body, they can become the first shape of love. And that matters. When the signals around a baby feel rushed, confusing, or hard to read again and again, the baby may have to work harder to find calm and connection. That does not mean one distracted moment harms your baby. It does not mean you need to panic over every mistake. It simply means small patterns matter, and small changes can matter, too. So let's look at 7 daily signals your baby's body may read as love, not because you are doing everything wrong, but because you may already be closer than you think. The first signal is simple. Your baby needs to feel answered. A cry is not a test. It is a signal. A tiny sound from the bassinet is a signal. A head turning toward your chest is a signal. A hand opening and closing against your shirt is a signal. A sudden stiffening of the body, a startled look, a restless squirm, is a little face that crumples before the cry even comes out. These are all ways your baby is reaching for the world. And in the early months, the world is mostly you. This is where many parents start to feel pressure, because when a baby cries, especially when you are exhausted, it can feel like an alarm going off inside your own body. You may hear it as, "I'm failing." You may hear it as, "I should know what this means." You may hear it as, "Why can't I fix this?" But your baby is not asking you to be a perfect translator. Your baby is asking, in the only way they can, "Is someone here with me?" And when you respond with warmth often enough, your baby begins to learn a pattern. Over time, your baby may begin to feel, when I reach, someone notices. When I cry, someone comes close. When my body feels too much, I am not left alone in it. That does not mean you will always stop the crying right away. Sometimes you will pick them up, and they will still cry. Sometimes you will check the diaper, offer milk, change position, walk the room, and still not know exactly what they need. That is real parenting. But even then, your presence is still a response. You can come close and say, "I'm here, I'm checking. We're going to figure this out." Your baby may not understand the sentence, but they may feel the steadiness behind it. A small thing to try is this. When your baby cries or fusses, pause for one breath before you react. Not to delay care, not to ignore them, just to help your own body arrive. Then come close with a slower voice and a softer face, because your response tells your baby their signal matters. And the next signal begins before you even touch them. Your baby feels the state you bring into the room. This is one of the harder truths to say gently. Your baby may not understand stress the way an adult does, but they can often sense changes around them. A sharper tone, a face that looks far away, a body that is holding its breath. And this is not something to feel ashamed of. It is simply something you can notice and gently soften. Every parent has moments like this. You are tired. You are interrupted all day. Your body is carrying sleep loss, noise, responsibility, and 100 invisible worries. Of course, you sometimes come intense. Of course, you sometimes move too quickly. Of course, your face sometimes looks tired before it looks loving. That does not make you a bad parent. It makes you human. And here is the hopeful part. Because your baby can feel some of your tension, they can also feel when that tension begins to soften. They can feel when your shoulders drop. They can feel when your voice lowers. They can feel when your hand slows down. They can feel when your eyes come back to them. That is the signal your baby may notice before anything you say, the emotional weather you bring close to their body. And the good news is, you do not have to be calm all day. You can simply practice arriving softer before picking your baby up. Try one tiny reset. Unclench your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Let your breath out. Then reach for them. It may take 3 seconds, but those 3 seconds can change the way your care feels. Sometimes, the first act of love is not doing more. It is arriving softer. Before we move on, notice this. Your baby is not asking you to do more all the time. They may simply need your love to become easier to read. And one of the clearest ways love becomes readable is through your voice. Your voice is not just sound. It is orientation. To a baby. Your voice can mean, the familiar person is here. It can mean, something is happening, but I am not alone. It can mean, this moment has a shape. Many parents stop talking because they think, my baby does not understand me yet. But understanding words is not the only reason your voice matters. In early development, simple back and forth moments matter. A sound from your baby, a warm answer from you, a pause, then another little response. Over time, these tiny exchanges can support connection and communication. But you do not need to turn your home into a classroom. You do not need to narrate everything perfectly. You do not need to sound cheerful when you are barely awake. Just let your baby hear a voice that is with them. When you walk into the room after a nap, use the same gentle greeting. Hi, little one. I'm here. When you are about to lift them from the crib, let your voice arrive first. I'm going to pick you up now. When they are crying and you do not know why, let your voice become a steady place. This is hard. I'm with you. That steadiness matters. Not because it magically solves everything, but because it gives your baby something familiar to hold on to while their little body is overwhelmed. A small thing to try is choosing one sentence you can repeat during hard transitions. Not a perfect sentence, a real one. I've got you. We're slowing down. You're safe with me. Your baby may not understand the full meaning yet, but they may begin to feel the pattern. And once your voice prepares your baby, your touch can land differently. The rushed moment is often where safety is needed most. Think about how often your baby's body is moved through the day. Up from the crib, down into the car seat, arms through sleeves, face wiped, straps clicked. From your side, it is normal care. From your baby's side, the world is constantly touching, lifting, turning, and changing them. That does not mean you are doing anything wrong. It simply means your baby is still learning what touch means. So one of the most loving signals you can offer is predictability. A small warning, a slower hand, a familiar phrase, a half-second pause before a big movement. Before you lift them, sigh. I'm going to pick you up now, before wiping their chin. Sigh. I'm going to clean your face. Before fastening the car seat straps, sigh. This part feels tight for a moment. I'm right here. Again. They may not understand every word, but the rhythm matters. The tone matters. The fact that your touch does not come out of nowhere matters. And that is why the rushed moments matter so much. The moment you most want to hurry may be the moment your baby needs predictability most, especially during transitions. A baby who cries while being dressed may not be difficult. They may be startled, cold, tired, or overwhelmed by too many sensations at once. A baby who resists being placed down may not be spoiled. They may be saying, "That change felt too sudden." A small thing to try is this. Before any big shift, give your baby a cue. Voice first, then touch, then movement. It will not make every transition easy, but over time, it can make your care feel more readable. When touch becomes predictable, care can feel safer. But here is a turn many parents need to hear. Love is not always more. Sometimes love looks like doing less. There is a quiet pressure in modern parenting to always stimulate, engage, teach, sing, show, talk, play, and enrich. And yes, warm interaction matters. But babies also get overwhelmed. Their nervous systems are still growing. And for many babies, too much light, sound, movement, or face-to-face energy can become a lot to take in. So sometimes your baby is not asking for more connection. They are asking for a smaller world. They may turn their face away, stare past you, arch their back, close their fists, suddenly fuss during play, look excited 1 minute, and overloaded the next. And if you miss that signal, it does not mean you failed. These cues can be subtle. Many parents only recognize them after the baby is already crying, but once you start noticing them, you may see your baby differently. A baby who looks away may not be rejecting you. They may be taking a break. A baby who gets fussy after a lot of play may not need a louder toy or a bigger effort. They may need less light, less noise, less movement, and a calmer body close by. And this is the shift many parents never get told. Sometimes your baby is not asking for more stimulation. They are asking for less. So try the less test. When your baby seems unsettled, and you have already checked the obvious needs, try reducing instead of adding. Lower the light. Quiet the room. Hold them lower against your body. Stop bouncing for a moment. Let their eyes rest. Let your voice slow down. You are not ignoring them. You are helping the world become small enough to handle. Reading your babies enough is also a form of love. And when you begin to respect those pauses, the whole day can start to feel different. Because safety often comes from what repeats gently to your baby. The day can feel like one long stream of changes. 1 minute, they are warm in your arms. The next, they are on a changing mat. Then the room is bright. Then it is quiet. Then someone new walks in. Small anchors help the day feel less random, not rigid schedules, not perfect routines, just small moments that repeat gently. The same soft greeting after a nap, the same dimming of lights before rest, the same slow walk around the room when the evening gets too loud, the same little phrase when you come home from work and approach them slowly, letting them recognize your face and voice before you scoop them up, the same calm rhythm before you place them down. These repeated signals tell your baby, "I have been here before. This pattern is familiar. This person comes back." Parents often miss the importance of these moments because they look too ordinary. Opening the curtains in the morning, turning on the sound machine, sitting beside the crib for 1 quiet minute, holding the baby against your shoulder in the same chair. None of it looks impressive. But to your baby, it may become a map. A small thing to try is choosing one daily anchor. Just one. A morning phrase, a bedtime dimming, a calm hum before naps, a slow greeting when you return after being away. Do not build a routine to impress anyone. Build one small rhythm your baby's body can recognize. A baby's world becomes safer when warmth becomes familiar. Now let's talk about something tender. Your baby can feel some of the weather you carry. This does not mean you must be happy all the time. It does not mean your sadness harms your baby. It does not mean stress makes you unsafe. Please hear that clearly. Parents are allowed to have feelings. Parents are allowed to be tired. Parents are allowed to need help. But because babies are so connected to the bodies that care for them, your emotional state can shape the atmosphere around them. If you are holding your breath, moving sharply, speaking fast, or staring past them, your baby may feel that something in the room has changed, not as a thought, as a sensation. And this is why your own regulation is not selfish. It is part of care. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is place your baby safely in the crib for a moment. Step back. Take 3 breaths. Drink water. Loosen your hands. And return. That is not abandonment. That is repair beginning. It is better to pause safely and come back softer than to keep pushing while your body is getting more and more flooded. A small thing to try is naming your own reset without making it dramatic. I need 1 breath. I'm coming back. Then come back. Your baby may not understand the words yet, but over time, they can experience the pattern. The person steps away safely. The person returns calmer. The connection comes back. You do not have to be calm all the time. You can practice returning to calm. Now let's talk about the part most parenting advice skips. What happens after you miss the moment? Because you will miss moments. You will. You will misread a cry. You will be on your phone when your baby is trying to catch your eyes. You will rush a transition. You will feel irritated by a sound you know is not your baby's fault. You will try 5 things and still not know what is wrong. You may speak too sharply. You may cry. 2. You may have a moment where you look at your baby and think, I am not the parent I wanted to be today. This is where many parents get stuck in guilt. They think the missed moment is the whole story, but it is not. The next signal matters, and this is where the deepest signal begins. Not in the perfect moment, in the moment after you missed it. That signal is repair. Repair can be very small. You notice you were tense, and you soften your face. You notice you were rushing, and you slow your hands. You notice you were far away, and you come close. You notice your voice was sharp, and you lower it. You put a hand on your own chest. Breathe. Then place a gentle hand near your baby and say, I'm here now. You do not need to give a speech. You do not need to punish yourself. You do not need to prove you are a good parent by doing everything perfectly for the rest of the day. Just come back. In relationships, connection is not only built by never breaking rhythm, it is also built by finding the rhythm again. And over time, that can teach something deeply hopeful. Warmth can return. Safety can return. The person I need can come back after a hard moment. That is a deeply human lesson, and it can begin in very small moments. Repair teaches your baby that love can come back. So by the end, the question may shift. Not only, does my baby know I love them? But, what signal can I make easier for them to feel today? Maybe it is your voice. Maybe it is your touch. Maybe it is lowering the noise. Maybe it is coming back after a hard moment. Just one signal is enough to begin. Your baby is not measuring your love by the standards you use against yourself. They are not grading the laundry. They are not judging the messy kitchen. They are not counting every tired, awkward, uncertain, overwhelmed moment. They are learning you through repetition. Your face, your hands, your voice, your rhythm, your repair. So tonight, or tomorrow morning, Or, the next time your baby cries and you feel that familiar wave of pressure, choose one signal, just one. Pause before entering. Lower your voice. Warn before lifting. Reduce the noise. Repeat the small greeting. Place them safely down and take a breath. Come back and say, "I'm here now." That is enough to begin. Not because parenting is easy, but because love does not have to be perfect to be real. Your baby does not need perfect love. They need love that keeps returning. If this helped you breathe a little easier, share it with a parent who needs less guilt and more hope today. And if you want to keep understanding your baby from the inside out, subscribe and come back. In the next video, we will talk about the quiet signs your baby may be overstimulated and how to help them calm down without feeling like you have to do more and more. For now, remember this: your baby reads your body before your words. And every time you answer, soften, slow down, notice, repeat, and return. Your baby is learning something they cannot say yet. I am safe. I am seen. I am loved.